Yo, YouTube, what up? It's Bro Love back again for another tutorial. Alright, so today's tutorial is brought to you by a subscriber by the name of Neek. What up, Neek? Neek asks, what's the difference in between note repeat and the ARP function? So I'll be going over both of those, as well as menu functions here. Won't be going over the keys, the knobs, and I'll lightly be going over the pads real quick for y'all. We'll not be dealing with menu functions, light menu functions. Alright, so boom. Pads first, I guess, and the note repeat function. So note repeat solely deals with the pads only. Alright, so when I hit a pad, I get a sound. For my techie cats, I'm using Garageband. I got a little light organ VST for techie cats. So yeah, Garageband, bada bing, organ. So that's the notes that you're hearing. So boom, when you hit the pads, I got mine set at full level. When you turn full level off, when you lightly tap the pads, it reflects how hard you hit them. So I keep that on full level on the pads, especially if I'm playing like drums, kick, snare, hi-hat. Hi-hat, it depends on, the beat, but I think that's kind of irrelevant to this video, but some of y'all might not know what full level means. Akai kind of like coined the full level and the note repeat functions. So basically, to use the note repeat functions on the pads, you hold down the note repeat button and you'll press the pad that you want it to reflect. So that's 16th notes right there. Let me see if I can do that where you can see it. So that's 16th notes. In order to change that, you need to turn on the ARP function. You need the ARP function to change the note repeat increments. The increments are above the keys. And so in order to tweak that, because y'all like tweaking, you dig? In order to tweak that, you hold down the ARP on-off button, and then you press the corresponding key. So I want 1/4 notes. I'm going to press 1/4 notes. And so when I press 1/4, you can see the indicator light on the on-off button saying, yo, I got the signal, you dig? So then boom, when I press a pad now, I'll get 1/4 notes. I can even turn that off. Oh, I forgot to hold the note repeat button. So I got 1/4 notes. Let's say I want 1/32 notes. I'm gonna hold this down and I'll press 1/32 notes. Bada bing. Oh, no repeat. Let's say we want 1/4 notes. Let's go back down, no repeat. Alright, so that's what note repeat does. For you trap producers, I'm going to do 1/32 triplets real quick. And so that works really good with your hi-hats or whatever on your trap and your EDM. So then boom. That's basically what the note repeat function does. Now, the difference in between note repeat and Arpeggiator, did I say that right? Arpeggiator. The Arpeggiator function deals with the Akai MPK Mini's internal clock. So you can see, I think it bumps off at 120 right now. So that's a nice little boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants. So you can change that by tapping. And so if you have a certain sample, you can bring it down. So let's pretend I'm doing a beat and I'm going boom, clap, boom, clap, boom, clap, boom, clap. So that's where my internal clock is set, and the notes that I play will correspond, whether it's the note repeat or the ARP function, with that tempo. So when I hold the note repeat. Let me put that back on 1/4 so it's a little easier to recognize. So you see the tempo, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I put that on 1/8, eighth notes, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So basically the internal clock will determine the note repeats increments as well. So hopefully you musical guys can decipher or determine or figure out what your sample rate is in connection to what the tempo is in connection to the notes that you're playing. That's for you guys that sample out there. As far as you guys that just play, you probably already have figured out what a tempo is and how that corresponds to the notes. Okay, so note repeat is connected to the ARP function, but they are two totally separate functions, although they act similar. And I'll be breaking that down real quick. So then, boom, let's go into the ARP function just a little bit. So note repeat deals with the note increments, but then you also have a separate set of functions above the keys that go into up, down, exclusion, inclusion, order, random, latch, Arpeggiator 1, ARP 2, ARP 3, ARP 4, and so on and so forth. So now I'm gonna try to keep this under 10 minutes. I'm at 7 minutes already. It may be a little bit longer. So then now we're dealing with the ARP. So we have our tempo set on the Arpeggiator. Now, whether you're using Pro Tools or Reason or Sonar or Cubase, it's always good to try to tap out your tempo at the beginning of the project, beat making process, in order to make sure that your quantize syncs up. That's really important. Some people use a heavy amount of quantize, some people don't use quantize at all. But if you're going to be syncing in hats and samples in time, that's going to be really important. Unless you just so super dope with it, you don't need quantize. All right, so most like horn players, like I'm not going to get too far off track, but horn players have really great timing, and so horn players that do beats are pretty stupid with the timing. Anyways, Arpeggiator. So we have our Arpeggiator on. Make sure that the Arpeggiator is on so that you can use it. And I'm going to play a simple F chord. And let's see. Same as with the note repeat function. You'll hold the on off. And then I'm going to press up. So I'm going to play an F chord. And it's going to play the notes going up. So here's the F chord. Alright, so now I'm going to press the same thing, and then I'm going to press down, on, off, and it's going to play the notes down. Okay, so now going up the menu functions here above the keys, you'll see that there's a lot of different options that you have in dealing with playing chords. I'm just going to play random for kicks and giggles. Same F chord. So it's playing random notes. Alright, I'm going to press latch. And basically, when you press latch, it's going to continue to play until you decide that you don't want to play that anymore. So I'm going to turn the ARP off. Alright. The ARP function also has a lot of different options as far as the patterns that you play. So I'm going to hit ARP function, octave 1. I'm going to play that same F chord. Alright, I'm going to hit the latch button and play that. And I'm going to hit the ARP octave 2. So we're playing an octave higher, octave 4, and back to octave 1. Now remember, I'm playing a random setting. So if I was to press notes in order, it would play the notes in order. Sounds like we're going down, so then we're going to go up with those notes. And we can even put a swing. Let's put a 61% swing on that. So that basically covers pretty much what the Arpeggiator does. So just remember to set your tempo. Make sure that you also turn it on. And the note repeat function is strictly for the pads. I usually use that on drums. And that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. If you have any questions, put them in the section below. And that's it, man. Let's see if I forgot anything. The octave function, no matter if you're 2-3 octaves up, does not affect the note repeat function, but it does affect the ARP function. And so if you're playing a C1, if you press and you go up an octave, of course it's going to be C2, and so on and so forth.